gets ready to kick off the Grey Cup with a 5-day festival.
Our main concern is that we have a 5-day festival with road closures for 14 days.
The Joey Moss Literary Center opens for children with Down syndrome.
I think what Joey has done for our community is he gives hope to so many young adults.
NAIT welcomed industry leaders for the grand opening of the PIC building.
I think those deeper ties are going to help students.
Hello and welcome to Second Edition News. It's Grey Cup week at Edmonton. Some roads downtown are already shut down in order to make way for this week's Grey Cup Festival.
It should be a huge party, but one business in the area feel like they haven't been invited. Tegan Gieselbrecht has more.
While this looks like a construction scene, it's actually the beginning of Grey Cup festivities in Edmonton. Jasper Avenue between 96th and 99th Street is where the fun will take place. Crews are working on creating a massive tube slide, a downhill street ski ramp, and the launch pad for a 6-story high zip line. Organizers are hoping even though Edmonton is not in the big game, people will get in the spirit.
This is an Edmonton festival, and in 2010 we had 500,000 people attend the festival, and Edmonton wasn't in the Grey Cup. So Edmonton likes to support their events, and we feel that'll still happen.
Hosting the Grey Cup has its financial perks, with the city expecting the festivities to bring in close to $100 million. But one downtown business owner believes it could come at a cost for her cafe.
Our main concern is that we have a 5-day festival with road closures for 14 days. So we have 9 days on either side of the festival where this road is blocked off, which means our regular patrons and suppliers have to struggle to get to us.
The Grey Cup Festival events start at 11 a.m. and run to 11 p.m. from the 21st to the 25th. Many of the activities are meant for a wide audience and are free for you to enjoy. The Grey Cup itself, however, isn't free, but you can still get your hands on tickets by going to ticketoffices.com. I'm Tegan Gieselbrecht for Second Edition News.
The province says it'll follow through on cutting funding to private schools if they fail to acknowledge gay-straight alliance rights. The province warned 28 private schools back in August that if they failed to comply to the new GSA rules by the end of the school year, that they would lose funding for the 2018-19 year. Alberta pays around 70% of the cost for students to attend private schools. Daniel Sandu, an openly gay former student of a Christian private school, hopes the province does crack down.
It's a good thing because in a private school you don't really, going off of my experience, you don't have anywhere to turn.
Sandu believes that with the crackdown on GSA rules, students will feel more comfortable in a private school. The deadline for schools to comply with the new rules is the end of June next year.
Edmonton is looking at closing 3 public pools in a move that has shocked local residents. The city of Edmonton is proposing to close the East Glen, Scona, and Oliver pools in a move that will save the city $1.7 million. Along with the financial aspect, the city has also pointed to lack of attendance as a major factor for the upcoming decision. Despite the reasoning, a local resident isn't too happy.
It's very popular. It's a high-density neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's just needs some kind of outlet for people in the summertime. It's a nice popular pool.
Residents have a chance to voice their thoughts on the proposal at a public meeting this Thursday.
The Edmonton Down Syndrome Society has unveiled its new literacy center, and it's named after Oilers legend Joey Moss. The Literacy Center is named after Moss to commemorate his work throughout the years with the Down Syndrome Society. They see it as their way of giving back for all of his work. Along with his work throughout the community, the Society named the center to honor his 35 years as a member of the Edmonton Oilers and to celebrate his 55th birthday.
I think what Joey has done for our community is he gives hope to so many young adults and so many teenagers who have Down syndrome and what they can do with their lives.
The Literacy Center includes a library, multiple counseling rooms, and a nursing room.
NAIT students are turning to art for a little bit of rest and relaxation. NAITSA hosted Art in the Dark at the Nest on Monday, an event designed to give students a creative way to settle their stress. Students are guided through the process of painting, but are given leeway to express their creativity on the canvas.
It's quite relaxing. It's at a bar, you can get a drink, get some food, hang out with friends, talk, pretty chill.
Art in the Dark is an event that occurs every semester and is free of charge. If you're interested in this event or similar ones, don't forget to keep track at naitsa.ca.
NAIT welcomed business and industry leaders from all over the province for the grand opening of the brand new Productivity and Innovation Center.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, welcome to the Product and Innovation Center.
The facility is focused on making Alberta organizations more competitive. The federal government contributed $34.9 million and construction took 18 months to complete. NAIT President Dr. Glenn Feltham sees the building as a way of helping build the connection between students and their employers.
The purpose of the Productivity and Innovation Center, it is about working and elevating industry and really deepening the partnership that we have with industry. I think those deeper ties are going to help students. It's going to create far greater connectiveness.
The PIC building will be home to the Center for Oil Sand Sustainability, Center for Sensors and System Integration, and other research centers.
As Edmontonians prepare for the holidays, the 630 Ched Santa's Anonymous Depot began its quest to give every child a Christmas present. The depot, located at the Jerry Forbes Center, opened its doors to donations on Thursday. The program takes in donations to deliver to children who may not usually get a Christmas present.
When they come back after Christmas, all the kids are talking about, what did I get? What did you get for Christmas? What did you get for Christmas? And there are lots of kids that go back and have to say nothing or kind of avoid the conversation. So allowing those kids to say, I got this and I got that, and to be excited and know that same feeling that the other kids feel, I think is huge.
Potential donors can drop off unwrapped toys at the depot itself or in drop boxes located throughout the city. Delivery dates are expected to be on December 15th and 16th. For more information, you can head on over to www.santasanonymous.com.
Big week to look ahead to in sports. The Red Hot Oil Kings were in action.
That's totally correct, and Evan, for sure, everyone has to be excited for the Grey Cup.
That's right, guys. We'll take a look at it all, starting it off with those hometown Oil Kings. At Rogers Place, the hometown Oil Kings were taking on the Kelowna Rockets. The Oil Kings, wearing the red, started off with a sloppy first period. However, after a scramble in front of the net, David Cope is able to bang home the loose puck for his fourth of the season. The Rockets were able to knot things up at the end of the period. The second was a different story on the ice, as Rockets assistant captain Nolan Foote, son of NHL Hall of Famer Adam Foote, was able to find the back of the net with a quick wrister, giving Kelowna the 2-1 lead. Just over 30 seconds later, the Oil Kings make a bad turnover, and it will cost them as Foote finds Twine once again. That is Foote's 13th goal on the season. The physical play started to pick up nearing the end of the second, forcing Edmonton to go down a man. However, this did not stop WHL point leader Trey Fix-Wolanski from trying to get his team back in it, as they just missed on a couple great chances. The flurry of offense continued for the home squad, but it was not enough to beat hot goaltender Roman Bassran. Kelowna takes this one 3-1 with Foote and Leaf Matson each having 3 points. The Edmonton Oil Kings have started this season off with a bang. Fans flooded into Rogers Place to see the new and improved Oil Kings take action. This season, the team is off to a 13-8-3 start, led by team captain and WHL point leader Trey Fix-Wolanski. The so-called rebuilding team is giving veteran opponents a run for their money.
It's a process. I mean, we're still, like I said, we're still growing as a team. We're still trying to understand each other, and it's coming, but everything takes time, and you know, we've done a lot of good things, but we still got a lot of work to do.
Even with the work this young squad has to put in, fans are more than thrilled with the turnout so far this season. The NAIT men's hockey team is looking to get back to their winning ways. After losing in back-to-back seasons in the finals, the Utes are ready to face their rivals, the MacEwan Griffins. MacEwan handed both finals losses to the NAIT team, both going to a final game. Many players from either squad were on those past teams and are looking for redemption.
Yeah, for sure there's a rivalry. I think we've had really good competitive games in the regular season the last couple years. In the playoffs, two good teams going head-to-head. I think the players always rise to the challenge when we play them, and you can bet on a competitive game.
Head coach Tim Fragel also added that they need to work on team defense if they want to be successful. The game will take place Friday at the NAIT Arena. The Ottawa Red Blacks and Calgary Stampeders arrived in Edmonton, and they're ready to do battle. The two teams each arrived in Edmonton on Tuesday night after semifinal wins. The Stampeders clawed their way to a 22-14 victory over Winnipeg. Meanwhile, the Red Blacks took on the Hamilton Tiger Cats, which saw a record-setting performance by Red Blacks quarterback Trevor Harris. He threw for 6 touchdowns en route to a 46-27 victory.
Focus, understand, it's still the same game for myself. It's the same way to prepare, and that's what we're going to do this week, so we'll be ready to rock on Sunday.
Each team finished first in their respective divisions. The game will take place Sunday, November 25th.
It's always a great time when we get to host the Grey Cup. Only too bad for the Eskimos.
That's true, but at least we have a winning team here with the Oil Kings.
And let's not forget about the Ooks hockey. Hopefully they can beat MacEwan this time.
That has been your look at Second Edition News.
Thank you for joining us. Have a great day.
So, the UK has just instituted the toughest ban on ivory trade Europe has ever seen. Wait for this exciting button push.
It's 1:59. My ears are bleeding. Underwear required over 40 stitches to her face. Good afternoon, it's 2 o'clock. I'm Jenna Winterburn with your NR92 News Update. You're listening to NR92.
Hello and welcome to Cooking with Ernest's. I'm Glenn McDonald, this is Chef Reagan, and today we're taking Brussels sprouts, a vegetable that not everybody likes, and we're making them into something delicious and beautiful. So Chef Reagan, how exactly are we going to do this?
We are going to add some maple and some pecans.
Yum!
So first, we're going to put some bacon grease in this frying pan.
Yum! You know, in high school I was 30% grease.
Next, we're going to scoop these Brussels sprouts out of the blanching water that they were in.
So what exactly is blanching?
Blanching is when you boil or simmer a vegetable in water to soften it.
So what you got to do with most vegetables to make them tasty?
Yeah, it's a pre-cooking method, so it doesn't take as long to cook it the second time.
Very good. Yummy, yummy, yum, yum. Those look good.
Next, we are going to add the pecans.
I love
into this.
pecans.
Get them toasted up a little bit.
Yes, yummy toasty pecans. Are pecans your favorite type of nut?
They are actually. They have a very nice nutty flavor.
Yum. Could you use any other types of nuts in this dish, or is it only pecans?
You can use whatever type of nuts you really want. I just choose pecans because it's a flavor that goes well with maple syrup.
Do you have to use nuts?
No, you do not.
Some people are allergic.
So next we're going to add some maple syrup.
Canadian classic.
Yeah.
Did you know that there was a maple syrup heist? These
I
guys
did
have
not
sold millions
know.
of dollars worth of maple syrup.
Wow.
Yeah. You can Google it. It's true.
So we're just going to get those all covered, get them nice and glazed.
Yum. Yummy, yum, yum.
Next, we want to add our crispy bacon.
The crispiest, best type of thing.
Because we rendered the fat out earlier, that's what we have right there. Meaning we slowly cooked the fat, making the bacon nice and crispy.
Crispy is good. So this looks tremendous. I can't wait to eat it. But if you want this recipe and more, go to naitnewswatch.ca, click on the second edition tab, and that's everything. So thank you.